Hey, you got me replacing my original garbage stuff with the reissues. Still, in terms of albums, here's the first one.
I'll rank the albums.
This is a bit of a veritable pop-rock revolution at the time to anyone who'd not heard Curve. It's just well-constructed, robotic rock. The character of the band hasn't quite settled in place yet. I think Shirley joined after most of it was written, so she's not quite as settled in. And it's only that that's gonna keep this album laden with hits further down in the pile. Because then they refined it. Yeah, most versions 2.0 are improvements upon the original. They build upon it. I think this is the most celebrated Garbage album, and it deserves it. No one else can quite do what Garbage do. The amount of producers in the band. It's just brilliantly constructed mechanical pop rock. I guess melodically and lyrically it's not the most original in a genre where it wouldn't be surprising to use a lot of samples. It's not samples, but it's borrowing stuff. But I guess it's good for Garbage to be recycling. 2 is greater than 1. Then after the crest of popularity, you can reach the difficult, awkward, poorly timed third album. Difficult from their perspective as creators, but the result is gorgeous. They're now completely shameless in approaching things as pop songs, and I think that really suits them. It's a diverse album, and it's just full of great ideas. I think this is underappreciated just because it didn't strike at the right time. But looking at it as part of a discography, it's the best part. So these reissues with their extra discs are well chosen. The only thing I'm aware of that's missing is that James Bond song. I don't know if they just didn't want to pay the authors for that. Oh, terrible CD3 on this. It's just a pile of illiterate remixes, but CD2, worth it. Then we're in 2005 with that very Dave Grohl era of rock. This is the rock and roll album, and you'd think that would be a really good thing for Garbage, but honestly, they're dealing in cliche on this one. There's not much more thought put into the music than the album cover. I feel that this just feels like its era and doesn't really impress that much. Until the final 3 tracks, which are just some of the very best in one barrage of 3. So it's got that going for it, and in total that puts it a couple of rungs above the word good. It's just middling and uninventive on the way there. Broke up for a bit before this album. And what a proudly odd way to resurface. They're committing to their weirdest ideas yet, which in the best cases comes out as this kind of hyperpop, but not all of it works. Then we're on Birdies, and Garbage now have enough confidence to forgo the pop single format. I don't know if I've described being less catchy as a virtue before now, but watch me try. It's just this somber mood piece that hits really differently to the rest of Garbage. There's a real sense of desolation to it, and they've not felt the need to balance that out for the public. This radical honesty and moody music earns your listens. And then the most recent as I record this is this pummeling, relentless punk version of Garbage. It's retained the best vibes of each part of their career, their sassiness, their force, catchiness, gothicness. It's real vivacious. It does have to go halfway down among these though, because that's how good those are. This bonus disc is definitely one you want, not just a collection of B-sides, these are basically A-sides from the last decade-ish of Garbage. One-offs full of energy with impressive collaborations. Garbage show no sign of stopping, and that's a good thing, they're on great form.